Oh no, you have to look at my warning because the chat disconnected everywhere. It was weird. Hi, Internet. How you doing? Welcome back. We're streaming Astrobot again. Lucky is currently with me in spirit. His spiritus is with us. But we will be embarking on the second episode of our creatively titled Omega and Lucky Play More Astrobot. The last stream did pretty alright, so I was like, it ain't broke, don't fix it. So hi. Let me get on the main menu screen. We're working off of save data trace. Damn, dude, did we really get 108 in 3 hours? Am I? Hold on. Let me first. Let me get into my streaming position. Yeah, it's a great game. Yeah, this is our second part, so I think that was all on stream last week. Okay, I am now in my streamifying position. So, how is audio levels right now? YouTube is still yelling at me about it being silenced. I also like that my heckin' controller speaker sounds are so loud you can hear when we decide to bang on the fucking controller. Okay, good. We'll figure out how loud Lucky is when he's here.
What did you say your name was?
Let's get to the zone. Now this is where we at right now. To recap, everybody, it's been about a week since we streamed this. Said it's good. God. Sorry, hold on. I'm gonna fight the microphone very slightly because it looked like it was off-center. It being slightly off-center doesn't actually impact the audio quality, chat. It just impacts the quality of... The mic is directly in front of my face, so I have to look at it sometimes. If it's skew, it's going to drive me nuts. Alright, let's... dive in, kill a little bit of time. I do believe that Lucky entered the screen shared voice chat while I was looking away, but like I said, he's in the VC and he's muted right now, so... Let's look at what we're working with. We get our gotcha machine. Can I... Oh, it shows me my bots. Okay. Pause menu, check my coins. No fucking coins. Well, thank you, though, for letting me know about that stuff, though. Hold on. Means we got some stuff we can do here, actually. Hopefully stream chat is... Actually, don't go away, guys. I need you. Hopefully stream chat is doing okay, because, like I said, YouTube was being fussy with me earlier. So we got a 25 in here.
Okay, I'm here. I'm late.
Okay. He's here. I have come to pull on this big cord. There we go. That's it, guys. Fill the gap. Come on.
That's a huge ass cord.
Takes 100 of us to pull. Come on, where's my last 6 guys? Come on. 5 left? There we go. Took a while. I had to sprint all the way over here. Alright, free coin and a puzzle square. Okay. I can't just go back to space map. To space. We shall now venture to the Serpent Starway. I was going to say SNEC Galaxy, but they were cleverer than that. Kids, don't spit on your CPU. It's bad. Alright, Chad, let's go gambling.
Oh, dang it. Whoa.
Wow!
Ah, violence. Astro, you're not supposed to go into incoming traffic.
That was not very well signposted. Ah, holy shit! Bro, are you okay? Also speak. Oh, they do have a stoplight. Okay. Well, it's broken now, so everybody's freaking out. Well, then let's just see what's inside.
Dice!
Let's commit a little highway robbery.
Clearly someone was on their way to play a Shadowrun game.
Yes. And play a Shadowrun game with Time Stop. So this is our new power. We can stop time.
With the PSVR, it seems.
Yeah, he has a headset. I don't know why. That guy's dead. As you can see on your back when you activate it, how much time you got left. I can't get up far that way. I believe to get
God,
up to
that
the
looks
top.
so
I
much
should
like
use
frickin'
buttons.
Breath of the Wild stamina gauge. I can't unsee
I know. No, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It looks like a very generic stamina wheel, but by generic I mean Breath of the Wild. Okay. Sorry. I accidentally tapped my microphone, so I was slapping the pot. Okay, so it goes completely down. I don't do all stats. But fuck you, physics.
Oh, that's fast. Ah,
Oh,
but you
it's
can
not time.
slow it.
It's really annoying, though. Got it. Foolish coins. You cannot defeat me. Alright, now, you can see, there's a guy up there. We gotta get to him. How are we gonna get to him? Let me just stop time so I can double jump off these dolphins.
As you do.
Get the fuck out of the controller, homie. We're going home. I'm very glad I got that first try. That took me a lot longer when I did this organically. Open the doors. That's right, boys.
Let me in. That's right, VIP. Or a VIB, very important bot.
So there's only one number that's good. Is it the... Oh, no, it's too late. Gold one, I think. My fucking eyeballs. Activate slot eyeballs. Come on. I think that's bad, too. Like a bomb. Anyway, look at these. Step around. Oh, hold on, I gotta pull the thing first.
Big ass poker chips.
Aw. What a cheeky little guy. Oh shit, there's a baddie under there.
They need the chips.
Yeah, so the gold is the right one.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just coins. I will not fight every slot machine then. I had to double check if it was importante. Yes. Piggy bank. Okay, alright. We were aiming at that guy, and then we weren't. Let's try that again. Watcha! All right, that's what you're correctly supposed to do. Interesting. Where then would another bot be? No, it's a puzzle piece up there. They're not specials, so I'm not super concerned with the stream fidelity, but it is one of those things where usually bots are obvious, so when I see a gap, I'm like, huh, where'd I miss a guy?
Mm-hmm.
There's a big coin up there. How do you even get up there? Whoop, nope, Astro can't make it.
Big whiff. Big whiff. But you know, Lucky got Astrobot as well, and I have been playing it here and there. Haven't been going necessarily hand, but you are right. Bots are usually fairly out there, but every once in a while they'll just tuck one in a freaking corner somewhere, and you're just like, where did it go?
Yeah, and like I said, this is one of the things that's like, it's not bad game design. It's just one of those things that's kind of funny to me, like where, oh, he's trapped in the slot machine. There we go. Okay. I thought there was something about a slot machine I got to work on. Okay, let's. Nope. Let's try again. No, just a little too low. But yeah, where like the game is not necessarily like most things in this game super telegraphed, but sometimes they'll give you a fork where like one way is bonus shit and the other way is the way to go, and it can be equally, you know, you have to discover or pull something or beat somebody up to do both. So or at least when I originally played the game, I had that issue. There we go. Come here, you. What did you get for gambling? Don't play the slots. You never know. House always wins. But yeah, when I originally played, there were several levels where I went through later and I was like, oh, I've missed like 2 bots or a puzzle piece and stuff because the game just, I thought I was doing a secret path and it was actually the real deal. Can you die, please? Okay, now we can safely do this. I love this though, the way they do so many fun things with the time stop. Like the seesaws and stuff. We also have electrified roulette wheels, very reminiscent of our time with Sly. Who are these guys?
Oh, wow.
Is there a guy trapped in there? No, okay. It's probably a later one. I also appreciate they put a big yellow ramp there so we can easily get back.
Yeah.
You fool! You gotta be careful because you will. Whoop! I missed. You can cut their cards though with your laser beams. It's very fun. Oh, did I just? No, I didn't. Okay, it's because time slowed. Way slower than I thought. And I do need these coins though for my horrible gachapon addiction. We have many capsules to open. It only got worse since we unlocked paint jobs. Nice. Time this out a little better. Aim over here, buddy. And oh, shit. That depth perception getting me. Let me try that again and just fucking... Bro never knew what hit him. Over here we go. A big porthole.
Who did?
Just a guy.
Dice tumbler on a roll. I'm not sure. I don't think I know who that's off the top of my head.
I believe it's like a PS1 era dice game. Hold on. I'm pretty sure I remember who the two other cameo bots in this are, so I do actually have to backtrack. Chat will not allow me to forget either of them. Oh, there we go. There it is. Okay. I was right. I do have to cross back over, but the other way. So, wow. Who could it be?
Okay, so the fact that this does make me think of fucking Bulldog's fucking casino is probably not a
Not a coincidence? No.
yes.
Oh, I know. I did not start on my... Oh, okay, hold on. We're just going to reset. Try that again. Don't want to keep bonking my head. I have, like, 98% completion in this game. We're just doing a new save file because you want to see the authentic experience. Capture those bots in real time. So I know once we unlock the costume shop, which is the third puzzle piece sector, we're going to get even more shit. And I'm going to hope we get a couple of good ones early, but it is all random, so we need coins, baby. Coins, coins, and more coins. Just, whoop, backslid a lot. Whee!
Big flips.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Oops, too early.
No, you might have been all right then.
Well, I can get across, but I need to get over there.
Oh.
Like that.
Oh, Nani?
So we do it like this, get right on the...
Servo was a bit more quiet there. Lucky was eating. He made... They caught me off guard. But Lucky was eating. I had burger. I had double-decker burgers. Filling.
And now we just jump over.
So,
Okay, now. This is a funny one. Oh, God, okay.
oh.
No, it's a little too late. Somebody will get across. I will, like, if you're not time stopped, you will kind of, like, backslide. Let me actually, can I jump this far? Yes, I can. Okay. So we're good. And then grab the ladder.
Ah, another character who hangs out in a casino at one point.
Yeah, that's why I was like, okay, hold on. I don't remember if it's Sly or Joker first. Also, once again, great abbreviation, Phantom Thief. You'll never see him coming. But yeah, so no, like they not always, but they usually got some good ones for matching up the cameos. I teleported behind that guy.
Oh. Hey.
Jackpot for your winnings, platforming. Oh, that was too late. And yes, chat, I do get slightly existentially nervous doing time stop platforming puzzles over the unending pink void. flatter? Okay, so it's not super flat, but we can make it work. We got a lot of ladder to work with. Who needs ladders? That's too far, okay. Can I jump off that? Nope.
No. Oh, save it. Save it. Saved.
Okay, let's try that again. It's like it never happened. Alright, so-
Wait. That's not how it happened.
Yeah, and then up here.
Woo!
Oh, get right, nerds.
Just blew him up.
This is why I think casinos don't usually have their fireworks displays indoors. And one more jackpot for the road. Alright, unlocking some fun new areas. Well, let's go to the bathhouse battle.
Yeah, Tori. Where's my capybara bots? Bamboo.
Anyways, there's a bad guy there. Hey. What'd you do, homie? Well, I guess the bad guys were blocking up the water.
I do love, like, there are, like, little interactable things you can do constantly.
Yeah, no, like, it's just, there's so much detail in every bit of the game, you know?
No, like, I was playing the game in, like, one of the first areas. Like, there's that penguin on the beach chair. And there's an empty beach chair right next to him, and Astro can just lay in it and take a nap. I'm just like, it's amazing. Big dive.
Nice dive. But yeah, like, it's one of those things where people talk about where, like, and again, I understand that video games take, like, 6 years to make these days, at least if they're completely new. But, like, I hope that other game developers take note from this of, like, hey, not everything has to be photoreal. I know that like, Neil Druckmann is obsessed with, like, being
What
TV.
is this?
Oh, so I am a sponge now.
What?
You are sponge bot.
SpongeBob.
And if you press the triggers, you R2 L2, you splush. And let's do a little bit of this. Oh, you good
And you can water things. I love it.
But yeah, like, you don't have to go, like, photo real and, you know, super stuff. Obviously, there's some very great games that way. Like, Ghost of Yotei looks great. And it is well known that Sucker Punch has previously gone for a very deliberate cinematic style, which is leaning more like photo real, but also still is very stylized.
Yeah.
Like, natural colors don't pop quite the way that Ghost of Tsushima looks. I do kind of like that the Japanese bathhouse level is also kind of like a mini kaiju level. You just get to stomp around and put out the fire.
Put the fire out. Uh-oh.
It's okay, I can solve this.
I got this out due to a network error.
Weird. My connection's been a little weird today. Let me switch to standby to make sure it's set up. Did it close the party? I think it did.
me a second, and I'll get back in. Can't join the party. Excuse
Yeah,
you.
I'm having a weird moment. I'm like not in my own party. Hold on a sec, chat.
Weird.
Let me double check my network settings. Are we doing okay? Okay, there we go. It lost it for a second, but it found it. So let's try that again. Game base. Can't start the party. Start a new party? Try again. It's really weird because it's like keeps giving me just can't start the party. Yeah, no, it says okay. All right, it'll take a second, chat, but I'm gonna hit a full test. I'm not gonna show you this because it'll fucking call out my IP and shit. But I'm manually running through. Checking. Cause let's see. No, OBS is green. Stream health is good. Usually it's YouTube and OBS. Oh, okay. That's really weird. I wonder if it's on PlayStation's end. Because it's saying can't connect. PlayStation Network might be temporarily busy? Okay. Because, like I said, streaming's fine. Usually these days it's YouTube that gets a little goofy. It did not connect to the PlayStation Network servers, but it did. Connect. Let me try view PlayStation Network status. PlayStation says everything's green. All right, hold on. What the It's like I'm, like, signed out. Like, it's not loading my, like, history and friends and shit, but I'm not signed out. I'm here. Oh, but it's showing me as offline. Well, shit. How do I make you fix this, PlayStation? There's a problem with all these things being automated. Yeah, it literally says on my profile my status is offline and I cannot click it. But PlayStation says the servers are fine.
I'm gonna restart my PlayStation.
Alright, you go for that. I will switch back and finish the level so it saves.
Yeah.
And then
You keep going.
yeah. Nope. After the level is over, if we're still having problems, I will restart my PlayStation, but I don't know how auto-saving tracks in this, so. Slight hiccup, you know, the usual chat, just machine says something wrong, and then I'm like, well, I don't know what that means. How I fix? They just give me the big shrug. Is in the booth. do like how water flows in this level, though. Pop, pop. Ow, fuck. Walked right into that guy, as you usually do. Don't you do it, you son of a bitch. There we go, okay. You must be very thorough with the bamboo. Let's thing that goes doink. I've defeated my enemies through the power of bathing. I saw you sleeping on that, buddy.
Okay, it says that party has ended. Yeah, it might be my end. Nothing's loading quickly.
I mean, you know, connection stuff is happening off and on for me today. I tried to play 14 earlier to get my time in for my book, but I realized that apparently even by last Wednesday I hadn't picked up a new book anyway, so I did grab a book for this week, and it's good for 2 weeks. But I did one run of Alliance raids. We got Puppet's Bunker, and several people had server lag, myself included. So that's when I'm just like, okay, that's enough 14 for today.
Oh, PlayStation Network services are busy right now. We'll be back soon.
Oh, okay, so it even though the like server check when I checked says it does seem like PlayStation Network is a little screwy. Okay. Shit. Oh, I have one way to end this level early. Let's go open a secret portal. The Astrobot controllers are pretty cool. Some lag, but luckily, like you can still pop open a screen and watch the stream preview end.
Yeah.
Alright, which Lost Galaxy did we unlock? Oh, this one. This is a fun one.
I do like the Astrobot controller skin.
Okay, go. We have returned to title. And I will tell my PlayStation to restart real quick. I don't think that'll fix it if the servers are busy, but we'll run it through just real fast while we're thinking about it. We did just finish a level.
Well, if nothing else, I just won't be able to watch along. Woohoo! Anyway, Chad, how's it been going?
I did actually see a funny tweet where somebody said, "I don't have many hobbies, but one of them is reporting PlayStation scalpers on eBay."
$234 bots and you beat the game. Well, congratulations on beating it. Have to do laundry in the middle of a shower. Well, it's good to get multiple things done. As long as you're not like running the washer and the shower at the same time. That's depending on how your household pipes are. That can do weird things to your water pressure and your heat.
Yeah, I just got the pop-up about PlayStation services. Yeah, so I guess PSN's just a little goofy right now.
Got a little goofed.
It's rare, but it does happen. Well, let's play the Furnace Fever level. I recall this as being another fun one. Because, you know, you need a volcano level, obviously.
Gotta have a volcano level.
This volcano is sick. Oh, shit. That one came a lot faster than I thought.
Speed!
It's a little loose here.
No, chat, stay with me!
Yeah, that I talked about earlier where YouTube gave me that weird pop-up. What's this?
Oh! Ooh! Well, now that you say that, blocky bot makes a whole much more sense than blocky block, but I'm gonna be real. Blocky block sounds way more entertaining to say. Blocky block. No, I love it. All right, let's see.
Snake, drop that man.
Snake. God, I'm on original. Let's see.
Weird plug thing.
Oh, excuse me.
Balloon tight.
Yes.
Well, into the skeleton mouth we go.
Thank you, Jason.
I also just experienced the old chat disconnected, reconnected message.
There's your Sonic now. Yeah, no, I'm still getting errors. Weird.
Yeah, I mean, I know that, like, for 14 specifically, just the ongoing, literal, constant updates about being DDoSed is, like, it just feels par for the course, but sometimes it does feel like there's a network groupage going along. Oh, shit, did I not go back for that picture frame, that puzzle piece? Well, we'll do that later.
I wouldn't be surprised if the entire internet was being DDoSed.
Well, I mean, it was a while ago, but there was that story that, like, Russia tried to blow up the, let's get a load of this, the rubber ducky strats chat. Just love to see it. Oh. Sorry, I spun attack, so I threw my rubber ducky. I didn't realize that the puzzle piece was attached to that spike ball, but yeah, it was a while back. I think it was last year, but there was, like, an incident where Russia tried to, you know, attack the undersea fiber optic cables. And then said, "No."
So we did not.
And as usual, the Allied defense apparatus is like, I've got you in 4K. Why do you think we spend so much money on this? Oh, don't get me. It him. The Electric Man. But yeah, so this is our, I don't know why it's the lava world, or one of the lava worlds anyway, but these are all of our VIP bots, or our cameos are infamous. We've got everybody. Yeah, like I said, it's one of those interesting things where I appreciate where it seems like Sony doesn't want to just, like, scoop up, like, remasters or re-releases from the normal publishers. Like, they'll get Bluepoint on something, but, you know. Oh, shit, the guy spiked up. Got me. Go back here. Okay. Oh, let's run that again. But, yeah, there's lots of stuff. I mean, honestly, the issue with Infamous is probably specifically that it was on PS3. So PS3 emulation is still chaotic, like, and that's like true even of non-corporate efforts. Like, it sounds like people are gonna get like PS4 emulation and get Bloodborne emulators working before you know, PS3 emulation is completely stable. Oh. Truck for some reason. There we go. There we go. Big ducky. Yeet. But it's definitely one of those cases where, like, Sucker Punch themselves is obviously very busy, you know, working on Ghost of Yotei after Tsushima. I did actually, in PlayStation, you see a very, time this right. Show me the money. Here we go. Did see an interesting news article, though, talking about PlayStation IP, which is that apparently Guerrilla is not working on Horizon 3 right now. They are working on a multiplayer co-op version of Horizon. And they say that 3 is still a ways away.
Co-op version of Horizon?
Yeah, I assume because they don't want to make it like PvP, but it sounds like they're working on like an online multiplayer version, where I assume the goal it would be to, you know, fight giant robot dinosaurs with a squad. Monster Hunter, but with robots.
Yeah, I'm about
probably.
to say Monster Hunter Horizon.
I mean, it would work. Also, by the way, Monster Hunter Wilds, easy collab.
Would be an easy collab.
But yeah, like, so they said that they're still chugging away. We'll see how long that lasts. I think it will, actually, because they are working on it in-house. It's not quite like the Last of Us multiplayer situation, where it seems that despite the fact that the multiplayer for Last of Us 1 was popular, like, Naughty Dog wasn't interested in the multiplayer mode for 2 at all, and, like, outsourced it, and then dropped it because those guys couldn't make it work somehow, and then they took it back internally, and they still couldn't make it work internally, so they're dropping it. And I don't know, like, what... Literally, they already had a multiplayer function for Last of Us that worked, though it was last gen. So I don't know why they're saying, like, oh, we're not getting it to work. Like, I don't know what the problem is. But they tried before, and didn't get it out. And I don't know why. Alright, welcome to the squad, everybody.
Yay!
Oh shit, we get enough? Yeah, alright, cool, great. More money. It's the costumifier. The changing room. Alright, so we started with the Parappa and Ratchet costumes. Alright, enter the gotcha zone. Oh, sorry, my eyes are suddenly bothering me. Silver coin for a speeder. Interesting. Nice guy's got his dice. Way to spend my last spin game giving me the trash can. I will say I do kind of feel like the way the gacha machine is built is that it just kind of crams the later stuff you unlock in later, so you have to chew through other stuff to get to it. So no costumes yet. We need more money. We have little friends. Looking cool, Joker. The infamous corner. I think if I'm close enough. Okay, we can push back. Oh no, you've dropped all your keys. Oh, shit. I knew it that happened, and I was still surprised. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, back to bathtub world. There. Technically we finished it, but we didn't get any of the cool bots from our bathtub excursion. Get bathified. Thumb the bath bomb.
Astrobot bathwater.
One more bath bomb to do. Kick down the door. Get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur. I don't know what this guy gave me this time. It's just so satisfying, chat. Slightly off center there. Let's try that again. That guy just so he's in the face. And back where he was. Gonna get that further back. Whoop!
Can't really try again. Just make sure that my actual internet is actually doing stuff.
I don't know, right now, like on my end, the stream is, you know, green light, excellent connection, so something is working right. But other stuff is weird.
Yeah, it's straight up the PlayStation Network. Interesting.
God, it's been a long time. There've been a couple of like very famous big long outages, but it has been a long while since something went down. Excuse me, Fire Stairs, I need you to go.
Yeah, no. I'm doing a network test right now, and it's just stuck on the PlayStation Network signer. So yeah, no, PSN. Failed, yep. Yep, some servers are experiencing issues. Video. It's all deep orange.
Damn.
Yeah, so this is, Yep, and people are starting to post about it on the Twitter.
We're part of a trend live.
Yay! Preserved for all posterity.
Where was you when the PlayStation Network was weird?
I don't want to take a nap.
I don't know where this guy's from. You're hard to puppet. That's some wild, wacky shit.
So I just opened up the actual stream. I'll follow along that.
We must free the big brother.
He is definitely big. We have a little umbrella hat. Why?
It's raining.
I mean, also, you know, why not? But also, it's so cute.
Oh shit, it's another secret portal right away. Okay. I guess I'll be back in a second, bro. I'm getting portaled to another alternate secret level. No, actually, I should have double checked how it looked because we unlocked the silvery chrome speeder skin. It's another spookum level. Ghouls and bots.
I think that's definitely not a genre that's been touched. Yeah, let's put robots versus ghosts.
With wet cement for some reason. Also, apparently the tombstones are robots. Spit on me, buddy. Alright, clearly that robot is Timmy, who is stuck in a well.
Well, that means that Lassie bot's around here somewhere. Trapped in the tree.
Luckily, spooky trees hate light bulbs.
I'm gonna be real, I don't know how many people would be okay with a bright light bulb suddenly being thrown into their face.
That's true. Remember to put on underwear. Speaking of ghouls and or goblins.
Actually, never mind me, do we have a medieval bot?
Sorry, I missed my jump really hard. We have not seen one yet, but we are in a spooky skeleton level. All these bonus galaxies are kind of themed, so who knows what we'll see, what we'll find. By the table. Be gone back whence ye came.
Yes.
Down here after. Good. Hey, you hiding anything? Pop it up. Oh, you had a photo mode in there. You could be a skeleton. That's funny.
Oh, I think that's him.
Yes, I do believe it is the medieval skeleton man.
Yep, medieval.
didn't think I had inertia on that. I guess I do. Edge physics are always one of those, you know, funny video game things. Because some games don't really do them, and some games do, and it can be annoying, but very often it's just a case of like, okay, what are the rules? Some games you can, so long as you have one single toe on the floor. I did not move fast enough. That coin was evil. Wise to your ways now. Not in party, I restarted my PS5. My controller wasn't muted, so that time I had to actually blow. Climbed a rope. This I remember as being really annoying. Because Astro can't really dash or anything. Adam threw it away. It's the Ecto Gang! Are you ready for an arcade shooter? And for our last guy, Pyramid Head, because you'd never recognize any of the other characters from Silent Hill.
Probably not.
So you doing okay with our chat and everything fine? Other than obviously lucky in my personal own network connection issues. I have gotten the can't connect to chat a little bit back and forth, but we're chilling.
Still experiencing issues. Excuse me.
I'm pretty sure this means because the dances are randomized, you can see Pyramid Head floss. Sometimes. Alright, let's go gambling. Green. Oh, we do get a costume. Yar. unlocked colors. We've got the lime. We've also got the shiny. Look how chromy it is. And I guess we can dress like a pirate.
Yar.
Now I have a funny hat.
It's always good to have a funny hat.
I don't think that, you know... I mean... While I don't think there are any... Ubisoft cameos, because they are kind of Ubi is kind of their own brand, who do, you know, kind of work with everybody. I do know that, like, on PlayStation Plus, there's a shitload of Ubisoft games. There might be like one Assassin's Creed guy in here somewhere. I can't remember. But it is funny to me because I'm thinking, like, I don't actually think that PlayStation has any, like, piratical games. Also just realized that I technically scooched to the next level because technically we beat because I used the secret portal. I've defeated Wake Up Big, or Rescue Big Brother. We'll have to go back there, though, because I literally played 0 of that level because I accidentally was like, I remember something being over here. Anyways, chicken time. But I remember something over here, and it was the secret portal. So the chicken lets you vertical jump. Big ups.
Pirate with a jetpack.
Just a chicken. Chicken jetpack. Chicken pack.
Can you do like rocket jumps? Yes.
Nice try, bozos.
Sapa is doing some moves recently. Apparently, they just had a big investors meeting, and the CEO has been making some comments. One that kind of did resonate with me was that he said that in these times, making solid games is not enough when consumers want excellent games. There's something.
Yeah. And we have talked about that before.
Yeah. No, people don't want games that are only 5 or 6s. They only want games that are, 8, 9, 10s. Which I find hard to fault people for. People want, don't want their... Take that snake out. If people are going to spend time and money on something, they want to feel like they have, get the most out of it.
It's true. And, like, we are in such a phase where, like, games are really good, so, there's... Despite the fact that, like, there are a lot of, like, slumps and flops and other shit in games, like, there's still enough really good games out there that you, like, can still be satisfied and have something to do, like, every month and every day or week of the year. So, like, the competition's still very fierce. Like, a lot of people are concerned that we are headed for, like, another video game crash, and I do think hypothetically we could be. I don't think we're quite there yet. Like, at TGS and as part of their, like, big anniversary, Sony's had, like, the father of PlayStation, Kataragi, come out and stuff and, like, talk about it, and he said at least that, the PlayStation side of Sony's business is still their most profitable business, which, keep in mind, remember, Sony makes movies and music and shit too, so if they say that their gaming division and PlayStation is still their best moneymaker, that's still saying a lot, right? So, like, I don't think we're... Double stage it? Yes. Almost got cooked. Did get cooked. Okay, so there might be, it should be Raymond and Assassin's Creed Man in the DLC. That makes sense. And I think, by the way, speaking about cameos, I'm pretty sure, speaking of those PlayStation talking points, either somebody at PlayStation Studios or somebody at Team Asobi specifically commented on the fact that there are no Square characters, and they were like, yes, we wanted to, but there were factors. Obviously, the factors being presumably something to do with, Square Enix themselves. But yeah, no, like, I don't think we're definitely headed for a video game crash. A lot of people saying that most recently with the budget numbers for Concord, which, like I mentioned, I believe, when the 400 came up, that also may not be accurate. Like, that may be overestimating. Because it's very doubtful that the game actually had a literal $400 million budget, because I mentioned before, like, Red Dead Redemption 2 is just, I say, 140 million.
I wouldn't be surprised if Concord cost them more than that, just because of development hell. I swear. It's been in.
Which is true, but that's not necessarily that, because a lot of people are like, oh man, Sony's cooked. They paid $400 million for Concord. I don't think technically that's true. Because that's like, if it cost that much money to make, like being over budget and time and stuff, Sony did not necessarily pay that cash out and may not be on the hook for that cash. Anyway, kids, do you love literal Super Mario mechanics? Dice cubes and men? But yeah, so like... but there's still... We're not actually crashing, so like there's still enough games out there that we can still be in a state, as cynical as we are, to be like, man, there's a lot of fucking games coming out, like this upcoming month, there's a lot of probable good games coming up. Like October's gonna have some zingers. There are already some good games in September. I think right now December is a little bare, but I'm sure that'll get cleaned out, and November as well as that goes on. It's been a mistake.
So yeah, Sony is a multimedia and electronics company. They got their hands on a lot of pies.
Just a cameo somewhere. How do we get out of here again? I remembered also where I need to go for the special.
They are making me sleepy.
I had to fight a little bit of that earlier. I had a big chunk of... whoop, shit, missed it. But I had a quarter of a big old greasy pizza, and for a while there I was kind of out of it. I got over it because I ate dinner early, because it was a family cook and I eat a pizza. But the Grago stuck with me for a while. And even now, like I said, God, that's the second time he's gotten with that. Like I said, this game is like, I don't want to say deceptively hard, but there are times when you will be like 100% confidence and be like, I got this, and then it does something and you're like, shit, I didn't got this.
I mega got this.
Alright, I'm on to you now. I'm going out of my way. Just gonna do 3. Come closer. I won't hurt you, weird square. Smile. Don't worry, little journey guy. Oh, should help a little longer on that. can wiggle my guys around, but I cannot check their names in this. But we got a catalog so later we can check back with everybody. Egg. Became weird turners. You know, I said I dodged the Groggo, and then I yawned just then.
One does not simply dodge the Groggo.
Camera angle trick. I will say, it's interesting thinking about like state of play and stuff. There was, I haven't watched it yet. They did post a video for a deeper gameplay dive of that Hell Is Us game. It was like 15 minutes long. The developers are chicken photo. Oh, but they're little guys. What a fun posers. But did go out of their way to say it's not a Soulsborne, which I presume to mean that you know, there's no like you die and lose all your shit mode. And he did try to claim that despite the fact that they were like no quest markers, no map, got to pay attention to NPCs, they were like, oh, but the game itself is quote unquote medium difficulty. So like I'll have to see the footage myself. It feels kind of like I joked about right when they did the deep dive where it was like the developer kind of sounded like he said they were reinventing, you know, Souls-likes and immersive sims. Well, apparently a lot of other people must have been doing that as well and being like, okay, so it's Dark Souls, and he was like, no, it's not Dark Souls. But
we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, you know, they also, it's such a, the consequences of Forspoken have been disastrous on the internet community. They had to go out of their way to say that the drone doesn't speak, which I saw people report as is not a yapper, and I'm just like, is that really where we're at right now? We've reached a stage where people have to, it's a talking point we gotta bring up if your AI buddy talks or not.
Honestly, I don't understand what people want. People don't like Sally's protagonists, but they also don't like it when their protagonists talk to themselves. And if you have a someone who talks to your character constantly, they don't like that either. As always, I don't know what people want.
Yeah, I mean, the history of the annoying helper is not a uniquely PlayStation problem. Like, that goes back to the days of, hey, listen. You know, and Zelda callouts, though I think part of that is just because it was the N64 and that audio was supremely crunchified. Crunchitized, even, Captain.
Crunchitized.
So, like, there are some notes there, I think. But it is one of those moments where, like, I mean, and I feel like... Nope, I missed it. Whoop. Zapped. Cooked.
It's like how people hated how Aloy and Horizon talk to herself constantly.
Yeah. And, you know, Gorilla did, like, do an edit to, you know, get in there and change it up. But, like, I also don't think even before they decided to, like... The only problem was, like, when you got deep enough in the game, it was like, okay, Aloy, this is the 500th, you know, plant you've picked up. Like, they had a good idea, but it was just something where, like... Oh, actually, I didn't even realize it's special. Beast Tamer. It's our little lad from Last Guardian. But
Yeah.
Like it was a good concept. It just I think that they didn't quite like build a back end where like the things Aloy would say could change over time, so you would still occasionally get, you know, a little more variety in there. But it wasn't like super wrong, and I mean, I don't want to like get into a discussion of like, do the gamers have media literacy? No.
They do not.
But like Aloy as a character, especially by the time we get to Forbidden West, has a perfectly good reason to talk to herself. She was literally in exile where her people weren't supposed to talk to her. The only person she talked to was her dad, and he died. Spoilers for Zero Dawn if you haven't played it yet. My bad. Also, that happens fairly early in the game. But like, so of course Aloy's gonna talk to herself. You know, she doesn't have anybody else to talk to. And God help, you know, Aloy's friends are great. They're not gonna want to be on their fucking Bluetooth headsets having Aloy just talk about wandering in the woods, probably. So like, it made sense, but it was definitely one of those things where like, I feel like Aloy specifically and Forspoken, you know, not every criticism is in bad faith, but I do. Bad faith culture war tourists exist. So, like, I feel like games with female protagonists do still get extra flack. Like, people are extra nitpicky about that. Or at least some people are. Or maybe they're not even nitpicky, they're just, you know, faking it to be assholes. It's the internet is at a stage, chat, where the difference between, like, actually being, like, weirdly fixated on stuff and... Okay, I did that. I was worried an enemy did that for a second. Being weirdly fixated on stuff, you know, like, actually, or it's just a fucking clickbait grift, is, like, so hard to tell.
Yeah. Also, with the people, like, them explaining, like, solutions, like, honestly, I think people just didn't want to admit they were actually having freaking trouble with the puzzles themselves. That is, man, because like, when I played Horizon, I never had that problem. I usually solved the puzzle before Aloy said anything.
Yeah, I think in God of War, like, Atreus could be a little quick on the trigger with the solutions.
Yeah, I do think in that one, yes, he was probably a little too talky.
But admittedly, that's another thing that, like, the whole game is built up on their relationship, and, like, they do actually change how they talk to each other, and, like, that is part of the character growth of, like, how, you know, dad and boy learn to communicate. But, like I said, I believe you're right. It's been a while, and I don't remember, like, the moment-to-moment gameplay of Forbidden West very well, but I'm pretty sure Aloy didn't actually, like, give me the solution to many puzzles. If she did, it's probably because I was genuinely stumped for a little bit. Like, it was probably because I wasn't sure what the fuck I was doing, and Aloy had to be like, hey, look at that. So, yeah, you know, and also, like I said, it's, like, going back to how this conversation started with, like, the Hell Is Us discussion, I think we're really going to see a lot, because there are a lot of people who are going to be like, oh, no yappy companion, oh, you know, no mini-map, yeah, I love this. And, like, we're going to see if they actually love it, because, again, allegedly, the creator is saying the game is not actually supposed to be that hard, it's just supposed to be designed that you're supposed to, like... Basically, I think what he's going for is kind of the immersive sim trick. They want you to have a game where you have to immerse yourself in the gameplay, for lack of a better term. Like, you have to be paying attention to environmental cues, you have to be paying attention to what NPCs say, because the game is not necessarily going to write these facts down for you. Which, like I said, I can appreciate the art design, we'll see how it actually works in play. Because, like I said, I am a little concerned with the language of no silver platter, you have to use your cognition and intelligence and intuition, and I'm just like, I know I have those things, but they're not always right. Like, I don't always play video games to turn on those parts of my brain, you know? So, I don't know. Oh, he's lifting me up. Thanks, bro.
I was gonna mention something.
Bot to rescue. Oh shit, is that?
Oh yes, no, I remember. Yes, no, I do definitely think people are gonna meet us because you hear a lot of people talking about how they don't like it when they have like a bunch of clutter on their UI and whatnot. So.
And I think some people appreciate. I do think some UX is too busy. Like I do think that Ubisoft set the standard of having very dense world maps that are at times, like at least when they're shown online, and people get to look at them in the macro. It's been a while since I actually played a proper open world Ubisoft game that was new anyway. Like some of those maps can get a little cluttered. They can get a little busy. Mostly I think because Ubisoft is really like, hey, you opened the tower, buddy. Here's all the stuff we have in this area. Thank you for the finger. Ubisoft really wants you to go do all the activities. That's the whole point of the game, But
yeah.
It does sometimes like look a little cluttered, and they have kind of set the standard for that. So like I do think some games go too far, but also like. I've had so many games that have had dog shit world maps where, like, there's no fucking waypoints or... Oh, jeez, where do we miss a guy? Well, we're at the right end, so we'll have to come back later. Get him. Get him, big bro. I'm gonna put my big bro on the controller. But, like... and that's a thing of, like, where I get a map that I'm, like, actually, speaking about this game design, the God of War games. Their world maps, kind of just okay. Like, they're very pretty to look at, but they had kind of, if I'm remembering them rightly, like, they had kind of, like, odd, like, camera controls, and we're not always good at helping you figure out where something was relative to something else. And that didn't matter because those games had a very good compass system and had very good world design so that usually you could just walk where you were going. But when I would open the game and look at the map, I would be like, this map's not telling me anything. I'm going to look at something else, Like, you can have both extremes. So, like I said, I think we're gonna learn a lot about what people actually want by how this game is received, because this is the other problem of video game design and all products that are, consumed by the masses, as it were. What people say they want and what they actually want are different. Oh, I can unlock the Lost Circle Void. That's just 5 seconds. We'll unlock the voids. But yeah, like it is one of those interesting things to go through, and like I said, I saw a lot of people excited about, oh, the drone doesn't talk, and my mind was just like, yeah, it's a fucking quadcopter. Did people think it was gonna talk? Personally, I do. Go ahead.
Personally, I like it when I have a talking companion. I've liked that ever since we've had Jack and Daxter.
God, I'm trying to imagine people talking about Daxter today. They'd probably be like, oh my god, this guy's so annoying. Why does he make fun of me when I die?
It's like he doesn't actually do anything,
Hey now, you can't prove it. My personal opinion is that, oh god, I remember this one. This one's a pain in the ass. Let's see if I can pull this off. But my personal thought when playing those games was always that, when you do like spin attacks and punches, Daxter moves with you. So my thought was always, when you do the spin kick, clearly you are hitting your enemies with Daxter. That's obviously why he is so annoyed with you when you die. Hopefully, chat, you can see what the strat of the crumble zone is. It's just fucking work with these guys and their bouncy shockwaves. Almost got him. Perish. Die, foul creature. Woo! But yeah, no, and it may just be that people these days were not raised on Jack and Daxter, for lack of a better word, Some people may be thinking of older game generations where, like I said, the actual talky part of your companion was more minimal. Or, you know, they may be thinking of some newer games where, like we said, sometimes the companions, they can get a little too chatty, but not always. All right, let's go fight the snake boss as a pirate. But yeah, like, I don't mind a classically silent protagonist if that fits the vibe we're going for. Like, I mean, there are silent protagonists in movies too, you know. Like, and, you know, there's a difference between having a protagonist who is completely nonverbal versus isn't voiced normally, right? Like, that's a big thing about Final Fantasy XIV and the Warrior of Light is, while you're not, I don't think, ever portrayed as talkative as the games have gone on, they're perfectly okay portraying that the Warrior of Light does speak, and you do get dialogue responses, and, like, they'll animate you opening your mouth to yap, usually for off-screen exposition to just recap stuff. But your character isn't voiced and doesn't have voice lines the same way other characters do, or dialogue boxes, because they feel that would take away from the, you know, aesthetic. And I think that, like, honestly, Soulsborne games are kind of the same way. Like, your protagonist is not making verbal statements, but you do, like, respond in some dialogue boxes and can make dialogue decisions. Anyway, latest deck. Yes. Oh, nope. Jump dash, kinda. Luckily, it is a boss fight, so I do have 3 Hartos. These are some, by the way, wasn't thinking about this before, but these are some fucking Final Fantasy 14-ass mechanics. Oh, no, it also didn't dash jump fast enough. Some pillars. Oh, shit. I didn't realize that was possible. I thought you could just chill. That's my bad. Well, let's do it again. Do it again. Okay, I'll be less sloppy with the jumps so I can afford to make more mistakes. Air time. Big, just to be safe. This thing. Gotta make the arena smaller. Whoa, shit. Quite enough ups for that first try. you could do that. Can you reach a little bit farther here? I think so. Suplex to stand. What's in the box?
Look at his little like squirter gun.
Yeah. They've also preserved his fucking half-tucked shirt. I also do believe that is the little Nerf ball gun you can get for that chapter in 4.
Oh, then he drops it. God damn it.
Of course he did. It's Nathan Drake. Alright, it's time for the big Uncharted homage. Dude rating. Of course, there's a plane crash. I don't know if that maps anything. Oh, Nate's in trouble. The slimes have pirate bandanas.
The power of friendship and this gun I found.
It is very much that. And we'll see what goes in these slots later. Yes, now you have a little gun. It does only hold like 6 shots, but still fun. Got one of my shots too early and missed that guy.
Done it right there for a second.
Nothing hidden behind there. Love to see your leave.
Well, yeah, no. Uncharted was one of PS3's stronger franchises. Uncharted 2 did win Game of the Year.
Okay, so I can't just that. So it's gotta be hard eyes. Hard eyes, motherfucker. Shooting, we've got
I'm pretty
swing.
sure like Uncharted 1 through 3 was all PS3.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sullivan.
Sully.
The PS3 is a generation where, like, I think a lot of the big, like, Sony studios did get to kind of pop out a little, you know? Because a lot of them kind of wrapped their big franchises over the course of the 2 generations, so we did get a lot of, like, new IP. You know, Sucker Punch switched to Infamous. Behold, the orb.
The orb. Oh, it's a precursor orb.
Yes. And there are 3 hidden in this stage. That's that little box in the front. So you do get a double dose of reference.
Yeah. I do find it amusing because I do believe in every Uncharted game there is a precursor orb. It's somewhere.
Yeah, it's always a, I guess, secret relic. Because all the relics are hidden, but they're, like, one of the ones that are not enumerated. Also, we're talking about wild franchise shit. It's, Nadine, which is kind of wild to me that we've, like, it just took one side game for them to fully go, nah, you know what? We love Nadine.
Because I bet it means they better have Tenzin in here.
Oh shit, they're shooting rockets at me. Jeep, but the turtles caught it. And it must have come from upriver. Whoop, I missed the jump. I mean, no, out of many opponents you face, out of the, you know, inevitable dragon betrayal that every fucking Uncharted game has, where at least one of the big bad guys, the henchman, will try and get back, stab him in the back. Wife acquired. The U-boat came from upriver. Well, this one has a PlayStation symbol on it. But, like, hers was definitely the one that was like, no, I get that. I said, not shoot those missiles good enough. And, you know, I do think Lost Legacy. This is why those slime. I'm always trying to kill those slime guys fast, by the way, because they'll just spit at you real fast, like. Cooked. Bunch of those frogs got cooked. But, like, Lost Legacy, I think, did a pretty good job of, like, bringing understanding to her character and actually giving her character growth. Not just, you know, being sensible, but also being like, hey. Now, Nathan Drake has never had to do fucking, missile dodges while riding on a rope. He has dodged a lot of things on ropes.
I understand people want their stories to continue, but at some point, a story has to be over.
Yeah, and I think most people do kind of respect that, like, 3 did a pretty good job of an ending, but I think 4, like, did a really good job of being like, no, it's over for realsies. Because I think that 4 raised a good point, which is just like, yeah, Nathan Drake is not just going to go to, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, white picket fence, 1.5 cars and TVs, you know? Like, he can't just do that. Oh, that's right, I came through that way. But they did a good enough job of kind of, like, coming on closure. But I do kind of feel like, and they did talk about at some point, I think, doing a Sam and Sully, like, DLC or something. Very spiky, very poisonous. And that has not emerged. So like that, I would not mind games in the style of Uncharted with more side characters. Like, and I think like Lost Legacy showed that they can do that. I don't, you know, if they wait long enough, I think they can get away with a soft reboot with the next generation. That's right. Have you ever wanted the skeleton of Francis Drake as a robot? Here we are.
That's wild.
But yeah, like it's stories do have to wrap up, and I appreciate when they're written. There he is, the last one. Your brother. Oop, shit. Sorry, it's my bad. I tried to punch the enemies away. I do kind of think, though, part of the reason why Uncharted is stalled is because, like, a lot of the people who were making Uncharted in that Uncharted way aren't at ND anymore. Like, Amy Hennig was one of the big powers behind it, and obviously she wasn't actually at Naughty Dog for 4 or Lost Legacy, I believe. She may even have left when they were working on 3. But, like, I remember I shared a tweet from a while ago about, like, the inevitable rolling ball of death.
Classic.
Don't miss the rope. Okay. But there was a tweet where I think prior to, like, leaving, Amy Hennig, like, has a quote from, like, a book or an interview where she talks about how, like, you know, when they were working on, like, Last of Us, you know, they were going for a darker, like, subject matter, but they were still trying to be, you know, their own Naughty Dog selves and try and keep some of their colorfulness. And then a lot of people commented that feeling seems kind of, like, gone from part 2. And so, like, I genuinely don't know if, like, Naughty Dog as is, like, has the same juice to cook up an Uncharted game. Shooting ghosts at me. Nathan Drake never had to deal with ghost lasers. I won't say Nathan Drake never had to deal with ghosts, but lasers? Don't recall. Rip. Yeah, Horizon seems like it was... I've talked about this before, but for people who aren't always, you know, paying attention to everything we said on it, and it's probably been a while since we actually talked about Horizon in depth, but, like, Horizon is clearly being written to be formatted like a trilogy, right? Like,
Yeah.
they have built it as it seems like a 3-act structure. And so I hope to God that, like, the third game, you know, comes out and does form the coda of a trilogy. Because I would hate to see them keep doing the fucking escalation for a 4th game. And it seems like they've got, you know, they're already talking about they're working on a multiplayer game version of it. And they've done the VR and the Lego, you know, the Lego game's gonna come out. Like, they're not afraid to do those side games. Alright, pruning time. The goo. The RGB energy. I didn't realize that's what was said on them before.
Oh, they do say RG.
And honestly, now that I think about it, like, Guerrilla has done, like, the telegraphed 3-act before. Like, that's how Killzone ended up. Like, Killzone 2 literally ends on, like, a kind of cliffhanger to set up for 3. And then 3 comes out. And then they made Shadowfall for some reason, but, you know, that's okay. Nobody talks about that one for a reason. At the very least, Shadowfall did try and come up with a next-gen sequel, like, reason to exist. I just think that the gameplay was a little chaotic. They took, like, just a couple of notes from Titanfall, but didn't take enough notes. And it felt kind of weird. Alright, guys. Pull them up. Well, I think the green thing is the GPU, so, like, yeah, I think everything is made of, red, green, and blue pixelation. Snowy.
I will be right back.
He'll be right back. Come forth, my homies. Woo! Sorry. A big going there. I don't. That's the thing, Legendary. I don't know. I don't know how they would do another fucking sequel Escalate, cause like they did a really good job with Zero Dawn and Forbidden West of, like, you know, the scaling of the conflict. But, like, that's why I'm like, I really hope they're gonna end it at 3, because I don't know how, like, it sounds like they're gonna run into the jumping the shark problem, you know? Yeah, it is one of those things that Lucky and I do talk about a lot, is that, like, media has to end at some point, and sometimes media does end too early. Like, I do genuinely think that this is a issue that hits a lot of, like, weekly Shonen Jump type manga. This is a thing that happens where, like, Shonen Jump will pick a... Doggo. Shonen Jump will, like, pick something they know is going to be a hit. They'll serialize it. They'll get the author to crank out, you know, so many chapters, and then they got to crank out a chapter a week. And, you know, they get to, like, super high heights, and then they do it for a couple of years, and they're like, holy shit, I'm literally gonna die. We gotta wrap up. Or I don't have enough time to plan out my manga ahead of time because I'm working every week. I gotta draw 7 pages every fucking week. And so I have no room to, like, refine my draft. So the story slips, and then people start to fall off, and then Shonen Jump's like, we don't care about this much anymore. And then they have to end early. Like, so you can have early endings, and you can have things that go on way too long and don't end. So media needs endings. But I think with video game properties, there is a lot of room for, like, side stories, sequels, because, like, a game is not just its story. The story is an important component, and some games survive being all story. Some games survive being almost no story, but story is one of those variables you tweak, right? And you don't have to keep telling the same... Sorry, I'm really yawning tonight. Jesus. You don't have to keep telling the same contiguous story to, like, have a game that is in the vein of the gameplay. That's how you get spiritual successors and spiritual sequels, as well as straight-up sequels. That's how you get, you know, like, side stories, like, you know, the third Infamous game is, you know, whole new protagonists, but it's built in the universe with the vibes. Well, and I think that's why Granblue, for instance, has like expanded to like Versus and Relink, right? Like they're trying to find a way to tell their story in a more compact, slightly less gotchified format. It does make me wonder if, like, you know, does Nasu and the writers think that the gotcha style stuff is like integral to FGO storytelling, or like would they rebundle FGO as a like self-contained game that's just all the story chapters, you know? Because like I can't, especially considering how much effort Type Moon has been putting into like re-releasing on a broader scale their like story-only visual novel titles lately, and has been wildly successful doing so, mind you. Like Tsukihime and Fate Stay Night, you know, have been some of the top-rated games of this year and some of the best-selling selling games of this year. So there's definitely a market for that. Like, it makes me wonder if they're gonna, like, when FGO closes up shop, if they'll, like, end of service the servers, but in addition to probably letting you do, like, a data download so you can review the main records, like, will they do a separate standalone title that's just all the text with, like, maybe even, like, simplified gameplay? It'd be interesting to think about. But yeah, like, media can go on too long, and games can develop sequelitis. And I think Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed, I want to say, kind of pioneered the format to get around that, which is you have games that are built on the same gameplay loop, but are inherently, like, generational or multi-setting. But both of them have had problems where Assassin's Creed try to tie themselves into this meta plot, and then they kind of drop the meta plot for a long time, and they bring it back, and like they have different chunks of it. And also I feel like their history tourism aspect has slipped for the sake of trying to make better games. By the way, I did see, and I may tell this again when Lucky's back, I did see a couple of people tweeting that there's like more in-depth stories on why Assassin's Creed Shadows got pushed that we may see in a couple of days. I am very curious about those. But yeah, no, like, they tried to get around it by the episodic style games that are only kind of episodic. But the problem is that they also try to maximize those for profit, and that means that you get some duds. You know, Call of Duty has had some duds. Like, honestly, Call of Duty is actually, I think, kind of stagnated. Like, the only games they're releasing are, they decided to remake the entire Modern Warfare trilogy after they re-released it. They remastered it. They decided to remake it. And they're still doing Black Ops games, because the Black Ops games have always been kind of, like, loosely connected. You know, they're called Call of Duty Black Ops because they're made by the same teams, not because they're actually connected. But, like, when was the last time you saw a, you know, Call of Duty Ghosts or a Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, like, an actual, like, standalone Call of Duty game? It's been a while, right? So, yeah, it's one of those things where, like I said, I think they've kind of, like, slipped a little in their episodic schedules. And it's one of those things where, like, I see some talk about, like, you know, are video game remakes good? You know, do remakes invalidate the originals? Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, you know. It's actually kind of curious. I saw this in relation to, the Internet Archive is unfortunately under another lawsuit because they have uploaded recordings of some music which is technically still has rights holders, but the court case is going to be interesting because there is actually a law, I believe, called the Music Modernization Act. There are actually provisions under the law that if music, even if you own the rights legally to a piece of music, if you do not make an effort to make it distributed in a, like, modern accessible format, it is not necessarily illegal to do so for the sake of, like, modernizing and archiving music. I do not believe that there are any regulations like that like video games, and I highly doubt that anybody in the government's eager to write that law. But it's an interesting principle that would be better to see. But yeah, a lot of game developers don't want to keep trying to rejuvenate their old titles and make sure they run on new hardware. They would much rather remake them for new hardware. And I do think that in some cases they try and replace originals. It's one of those weird things where, like, I do actually think some remakes are high enough quality that, like, they can outright replace an original. Like, the Dead Space remake is so, like, it's not flawless, but I didn't really notice any of the things that I think are kind of lows about it until, like, going back and talking about it. Like, I know Lord Mandalore has a video about the Dead Space remake where he brings up that, like, yeah, some of the deliveries are a little weird and some of the, like, the dialogue is, like, directed a little off, and I'm like, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really notice it because I, like, don't go back and replay the original Dead Space once a year or anything, so, and I didn't go out of my way to replay the original Dead Space for comparison. So, you know, but I do think, like, hearing the clips compared back to back, I'm like, yeah, you're right, the read in the remake was weird, but I didn't notice a lot of that while playing it, and it adds new shit, and, like, speaking about Lucky talking about, like, silent protagonists, like, the Jack 2ification of Dead Space is really interesting and good. Like, Isaac is, like, more interesting as a character who speaks. And, like, retroactively going back and, like, patching that into Dead Space 1, like, does a lot. And also they do a lot with, like, making the space feel better and, like, getting more chaotic with the like, monsters. Like, it's a really good remake. And if it, like, does straight up replace the original Dead Space, I'm like, well, I feel like that's okay, because I think the remake is overall a better product. There are some little differences that are kind of, like, arguably worse in the remake, but overall it's higher quality. But I know that's a talking point right now because a lot of people are concerned about Blooper Team's remake of Silent Hill 2 that's coming up soon. Okay, I need 200 guys to flip this big ice thing. Just gonna wait for a little bit for Lucky to see the dog, but I don't know if he's back yet. I don't think so. He may have had to take a second to lay down on the burger and have fallen. This is another thing that's a little weird about Astro Bot, by the way. I get kind of why, because they want to do the funny group up gimmicks. I do not necessarily know why they do, like, some of these, like, team up puzzles back to back, especially when I needed, like, 100 to get the first step and then 90 to do the next step. I don't know why they couldn't have just made that one animation, but okay, sure, I'll press triangle twice. Let's see. Well, thank you for your kind words, Black Prism. We're gonna keep on trying. Lucky would also appreciate it, but like I said, he may have fallen in to the bed. Or he had to fight the rats again. Oh, shit. Sorry. Sorry, guys. I had to take my place. Ah! I almost whiffed that fucking jump. This video game is just so good, though, chat. Look at this shit. To, like, knock the snow out of trees. Like, honestly, though, Legendary, you saying that, that's like the thing. I have lots of little, like, nitpicky gripes about Astro Bot. Like I've mentioned before, the fact that Astro doesn't have, like, a Mario-style, like, long jump or triple jump or like just he picks up speed if you keep running for a while. Like that like feels wrong to me a little bit, but like it's not bad. The game's not designed around it. It's just one of those things where I'm like, it'd be nice. I feel like that's part of the platformer feel, but you know, we're it's fine. We're chilling.
We're chilling. I'm back.
I like it. I am for a long time looking into dog talk to people about whether media, you know, is supposed to end or not. But we're out of there. I'm alive. Let's go to the chameleon cosmos. The Hyro Glitch Pyramid. Okay, right, 2 hours. Not that I'm eager to get away from your chat because I love this game, but I'm also EP, so I'm definitely like looking at the clock a little.
Yeah, I know I just came back. I kind of want to go lay down.
Well, I mean, you were gone for a little bit, so I did joke that, you know, you fell in to the bed.
No.
This Canopa jar is sweating. These guys, do it for me. No bird! Ow. Great transition, though.
You think it was an Elizabeth Snake?
No, it's just the actual level. It's good. They do a lot of tricks like that. They got some good power. Oh, come on. But yeah, something that I remembered while you were gone, I was going to bring up was that I did actually see, I've seen a tweet here or there from a couple of people saying that there's like, they have like more knowledge. I don't know if it's like statements upcoming or they did interviews that they can't release yet about why Assassin's Creed Shadows got delayed. It's going to come out in the next couple of days.
Oh, okay.
Like specific reasoning, which I'm like, that's interesting. I'm because like, you know, obviously they had a little like Twitter press brief about it, but it's one of those things where I'm like, I don't feel like I'm owed specific knowledge. Also, look who it is. We gotta be sneaky. A bit of an icon.
And they're up.
Okay, I got it already. But yeah, I am curious if they have a specific reasoning. And hopefully that specific reasoning is not, we don't want to be cooked by Ghosts of Yoche. Even if that is maybe one of their reasons. I did also see, that reminds me, I still gotta go back and watch the panel if they've got the English subs. But apparently Hideo Kojima has said that Death Stranding 2 is only 30 or 40% done. You know, kind of fair.
I mean, apparently he is working on 2 games. No, I still have no idea what OD's about.
Yeah, I anyway, now we're Armor Ball.
So we're just Metroid now.
Yes. Physics
That was
chat.
a little close.
Get fucked, Spikes. working on 2 different projects, and Death Stranding 2 is probably going to be pretty big. And I don't think we've actually seen any gameplay yet.
No. There was new cutscenes though.
Yep. And we got, like, introduced to, you know, new characters. There's now literally a character named Tomorrow, which puts Tomorrow's in your hands in a new light. I don't know if it was new, but I didn't remember the name of the captain of our, you know, shore boat, our, you know, beyond time and space boat. His name is apparently Tarman. Oh, they're crunching me. Trying to crunch me good. Get out of here, Scorpion. Roll my way back here. Nice. Oh. I guess I can hole-in-one myself anytime I feel like. Hey, give that back. I can't really see who it is yet, but give him back. And drop those fucking pineapples. Ah, that's right.
Sweet Kuden.
Yep.
Water margin, baby.
A lot of people surprised by that, but that is, I believe, an old school PS1 game.
Yep.
Whee! Look at all these heckin' gems.
So many. Oh, there's another one over there.
It's very elaborate over here. The shinies. All of mine. But not really, because I think Astro only gets paid in legal tender. the secret portals right by the exit. This is gonna be another chicken world. That's how we do the pulls. Oh, I even left the... There we go. I feel like that I leave little craters when I do this. That... No, okay, that's solid. Set up first. Shit, back to back. Not sure I missed that guy with a punch, but there you go. Okay, that's dead on. We got those guys. It's called Genie cameo. No, I am the snowman. Oh, my little hat clips through. Weird. Oh, shit.
Whale.
Son of a juice. Blowing up mountains as you do.
As you do.
Now it's hot. Son of a gun. Normally.
You know what? No, I think I get about. I kind of died.
He had too much Borga.
I did have too much border.
Well, I also and the network thing is super fucked right now.
Yeah.
I'll run to the end of this level and maybe go back to base and spend some gachapon stuff. Probably call it a night too.
Alright, well,
See you later.
thanks for showing I'll hopefully not be as dead, you know, or having it. I'll see everyone next time. See you guys later. Bye.
Everybody say bye. That is absolutely PSVR. By the way, chat. too hot. Please. There you go. Back to this. Just for the sake, in case the internet stuff gets weird, let me disconnect Discord. Alright. Yeah, we'll run a slightly shorter stream, but Lucky's sleepy. I've mentioned before, I'm fucking gonna be out of it. You guys can hear me yawning all this time. Our network stuff wasn't discussed, so we'll take our wins where we can get them. Well, goodbye, world. Fuck that up just a tiny little bit, chat. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, in general streaming news, some of you may have seen, but congrats to Iron Mouse, biggest, most subbed Twitch streamer ever. Not just currently, but overall. Good for her. She's doing great work. Woo. And that's neck. Yes, let's wrap up this stage. We'll head on back to base. Spend all our hard-earned coins on the gachapon machine, like you do. Certainly got plenty of them. And we'll call it a night. Nice. Nice. 169. Oh, and I can show Lucky the zoo next sesh. Safari Park. And then hell begins. Alright, let's go gambling! That's right. We haven't unlocked any of the Uncharted ones. Very fun stuff there. Look at Sullenberger there, just chilling. Get some costume, not the costume I want. Ooh, that is a very hot Shame Lucky's not here. But I'll show it to him next time if he doesn't unlock it on his own. But the purple one, the electric orchid, very good purple. We got its color. Gold! Look how delightfully golden it is. Unlocked straight up red yet, so let's set it to gold. Let's kill a little bit of time until 2:30. 2 hours 30 minutes, not a clock time that is 2:30. I like that I can just beat the shit out of the Jeep separate from Sullivan. This is from a game that's called Siren. I've never heard of it before, but... I'm doing his idle animation. Hold on. How many fucking geckos you got, homie? The soccer guy does a fucking soccer ball. Hit 2 hours, 30 minutes. Sorry about the slightly shorter stream, but, you know, we had a lot of stuff going on there. PlayStation Network being actually kerfuffled. Lucky and I both being tired. Jeez. Sorry, I don't like to yawn so much into the mic, but, it's like that. Sorry about that. My mic stand was a little stiff. So we'll call it a night there. Thanks for tuning in, as always. Showed a lot of joy to the last one, and I hope... Sorry, this one gets similar. We'll continue cooking on. We should be back, hopefully, in some form tomorrow for more Failed Betrayal. And then Wednesday we'll be playing more Final Fantasy XIV. We'll talk about what was in the live letter. You know, the patch not coming up probably till mid-November, but we got some stuff to talk about. Okay. Good night, everybody. Like, comment, and subscribe. See you. Support us on Patreon. Watch Rain.